It's a hot sunny day here in Pampanga today, and we are at the Ducati Riding Academy to learn more about, well, riding. So we've got some scramblers here, we've got a few more Ducatis here, and we have world-class coaches here today to teach us more about what it's like to get on two wheels. Now, I am an able rider myself, but as all riders know, there's always something to learn about riding. So I'm looking forward to learning more through the drills here today. They have a few set up for us, and let's see how everything goes. Hopefully we will go home today a better rider. Okay, we're done with our first drill. Simple lang naman. Coach Philip has us going around this small course they've set up. So ang gagawin lang, ride ka lang, tigil sa next cone, find neutral, then go around, tigil sa next cone, find neutral. Since medyo marunong naman ako, coach didn't have me stopping so much, only to give me pointers. Tapos, he had me going around through every corner, trying to correct all the bad habits I have. Ngayon, hindi naman tayo perfectong rider kahit sabihin natin marunong tayo. Meron talaga tayo mga bad habits na hindi ma-shake off. Sa mga ganitong situations, riding around, maikling course with a professional watching you, dito mo mako-correct yung mga bad habits mo, like yung posture, yung grip, yung apak mo, and just the way you go through corners, accelerate and brake. Okay, so second drill, slow slalom. Dalawang magkaibang distances yan. Etong nasa gilid, they're a bit farther from each other. I mean, the cones are. Then the one in the center, that's what Ducati uses all over the world. That's the kind of distance the cones are from one another. So ang gagawin namin, slow slalom sa gilid, slow slalom sa kabila. Then once we're good, itong nasa gitna. So we just finished the slow slalom drill. I just finished my turn. At first, if you look at it, parang simple lang naman. Pero nung unang go ko pa lang, medyo may mali na agad ako. Coach Philip pointed it out that I was a bit too stiff. So I loosened up my chicken wings and I got through the course quite easily. Pero may isa pa ako na practice further after my run here. So at the end of the line, you have to make a U-turn. So napansin ni Coach na I wasn't looking farther enough to my exit, which made me do a bit of a wider turn as I made a U-turn. So sinabi niya, just look farther, look towards your exit, stretch your neck even more. Ganun. And when I did that, napansin ko, sobrang late na nung turning radius ko.
I want exaggerated movement of the head. Why? Because when you exaggerate the movement of the head, even the handlebar is moving. But if it's like this and you want to turn that way, diba? And you're looking only with your eyes, the head doesn't move, but you don't move. Right? Okay? And then bend the arm in it. Go.
You know, these things, alam mo sila, pero like I said, mga bad habits to eh. Hindi mo to basta-basta matatanggal. But with a professional watching you and with the proper practice, slowly but surely matatanggal mo yan. And ang laking bagay nitong slow slalom turn na to kasi maraming techniques in one. Okay, end of the day, tapos na kami sa lahat ng drills. Medyo dire-diretso kami kanina, so hindi kami nakapagsalita in between the drills. But we're gonna run down each and every one that we did this afternoon. So, kanina yung isa namin ginawa, yung paikot lang, just a circle of cones. Merong outer circle, merong inner circle. Coach Philip calls this the Starbucks turn. So, it's basically, you're like doing a U-turn pero full circle. Tapos you have to keep your head on the center cone. Tapos constant speed ka lang, paikot, left, then right. Then you do the inner circle, which is even trickier. Kasi you have to be counterweighting already with your butt out and your bike in this position. You will see it in the footage. And mahirap siya. It's really, really hard. Even yung outer circle. I was able to do it, thankfully. Although, yung sa inner circle, they had a challenge that you need to have the handlebar locked in full lock, turning left or turning right. I was able to turn with a small turning radius successfully, but I wasn't able to do the full lock. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know, maybe more practice next time, maybe when I get on a track like this again, I'm gonna be able to do it, so hopefully next time. Now, after that, we did the emergency maneuver. It's basically you're gonna swerve swerve away from the road hazard. If you're riding on the road and there's a bus that suddenly came into the intersection, or I don't know, tricycle that got into your lane while you were passing them, there's only one way to avoid it, and that's to swerve. Not to brake, but to swerve. Riding at about 60 kilometers per hour on the highway, hit the full brakes, ABS, you're gonna need about 40 meters to reach a stop. So pag mayroong biglang pumasok sa lane mo, hindi mo na talaga kaya prenuhan yan unless they're also gonna keep the pace for 40 meters, which you don't know if that's gonna happen. So the best way is to avoid it. Medyo mahirap yung kanina. I was able to do it up to about 40 kilometers per hour, turning right or turning left. Pero yung sa pakaliwa kasi, medyo pababa yung road dun sa side na yun. So medyo tricky. But yeah, I was able to do it at least once for that speed, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it's nice to practice that maneuver kasi you never really know when it's gonna come in handy. It's a move you never ever want to need to use while you're on the road. But of course, it's gonna come in handy when you're out there. Now, for this last drill, which they're doing right now behind me, it's the full braking exercise. So you ride until you reach 60. Once you enter the cones on the tarmac, hit the front brake full stop, or hit the rear brake full stop, or hit both. You do all three runs each. Tapos sa kabila naman, merong buhangin, nilagyan nila ng buhangin yung tarmac, and it's gonna be even slippier. So mas malayo yung aabutin mo sa preno. But this exercise just lets you know what it feels like when the ABS kicks in. Kasi this doesn't happen in everyday riding. Hindi ka naman everyday nag-hard brake na hard enough for the ABS to kick in. Kasi delikado yun. You're riding too hard. So now, pag na-practice mo yung ganito, at least you have better feel of your motorcycle, you have better feel of the brakes, better feel of the ABS.
Well, the DRE, initially known as the Ducati Riding Experience, and more recently the DRE Riding Academy, is really part of a total plan for Ducati. Ducati has always been known for motorcycles. We sell motorcycles, but more than just motorcycles, Ducati is now really an entertainment company. We provide the best bikes, the apparel, the accessories, and everything. We also have events in motorsports, the grandstands if you want to join. And all of these things is really part of one whole grand plan, which is to be able to provide Ducatisti a total entertainment experience revolving around motorcycles.
Okay, so we finally got our certificates, and that wraps it up. This long day has been so fun, it has been so insightful, and we learned so much from all these drills from Coach Sean and Coach Philip, and it's really a great experience. The Ducati Riding Academy is something else, and if you're into motorcycles, you don't have to be a Ducati owner. I'm not, and you just have to enroll, and you can learn all these things, and you can be a better rider out there to make our roads safer.